Yes, we're live from the Diamond Creek Tram Cafe, and I have a couple of Plenty Valley FM volunteers with me at the moment, and I have Melanie, who's Monday Breakfast, and Taswinder from 8 till 10 on Mondays with the Punjabi show. And the interesting one of the two is Taswinder. Good morning, good afternoon, Taswinder.
Good afternoon, Bill.
Taswinder, you not only volunteer for Plenty Valley FM, but you also volunteer for another organisation which has a big facility over in Craigieburn.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a Sikh Cultural Society of Victoria, and it's a Sikh temple, and it established in around 80s.
1980, yeah.
1980. Then they used to be in the Taylor Street, Preston. Then when the community growing up, they moved on to Hume Harvey Craigieburn, 344 Hume Harvey Craigieburn, and they established the temple over there.
Now, you do a lot of work for the Sikh community. It's the Sikh community cultural... What's it called?
The Sikh Cultural Society of Victoria.
Right. And you do a lot of work with them, and you've been spotted on TV a couple of times doing your volunteering work.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Actually, the temple, the organization, they provide all the different sort of, the support for the needy people. Whenever the crisis, even the, fire or the flood, or whenever the people need anything, they always volunteers goes there and they distribute the whatever they need, even the food or whatever they anything, the support. Like grocery, like during the COVID-19 period when the lockdown was there, and they still provide. They provide the numbers to the area. And if they need anything, grocery or any help, they always provide there.
Now, you were spotted, I think it was down at the Sale Air Force Base, with what we call a real big contingent of the Sikh community, providing food.
Yeah.
Now, you're a bit of a food handling man.
No, actually, I wasn't there, but my other, volunteers were there. But they always provide, whatever the support they need.
And what's the setup?
Actually, we have a big kitchen in the temple.
Yeah.
Nearly 5,000 to 10,000 people goes there every week.
Wow.
During the week, and they provide the free food to everybody. But doesn't matter only for the Sikh people. Whatever,
the whole community.
Anybody can go there, and they provide the free food.
Yeah, but when you went out to the sale, you had a big portable kitchen.
Yeah. And we have a kitchen over there in there as well, in the temple. We have big kitchen. They prepare the food, they pack, and they distribute. They have vans. They provide deliver to the site where that name. And if there is the far away from the place, like in the sale. So they set up the kitchen over there and they make the food over there.
Wow.
On the spot.
So you what do they call that? Your Deliveroo, in other words.
Yeah.
Oh, terrific. Now, how long you've been involved with the community?
I came here in Melbourne 92, and I'm since working with them. Yeah. I was the president, around 2003 to 5.
Yeah.
The Sikh Cultural Society of Victoria. And then building wasn't there. Then we start building there, and now it's completed. And bought the land, few other lands over there as well.
And that's all voluntary work as well, being part of the committee.
Yeah.
And how many hours a week did you put in doing that?
In the management committee, you have to be there, standby, always standby there.
Always ready to.
Always ready to do, because when I was there, it was building was the construction was going on, so we spent a lot of time. Like we can't maybe 100 hours and a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you've still got a job.
And
to
do the job as well. Yeah.
To fit in between.
Yeah, very dedicated members of volunteers. Yeah.
And you're a very dedicated member of Plenty Valley FM as well. So you're
trying to be. Yeah.
donating your time, and you've been doing a few cooking traits in the Tram shelter today, in the Tram cafe today. So
I think, Bill, I think when we are living in the society here, everybody have to spare their time for the other community, for the needy people. I think that's the...
and what do you get out of it yourself by doing the volunteer job?
It's peace of mind, and I feel, very...
Sincerely.
Very sincerely. Yeah. And you can't tell in the words, when you do for something, for someone, for the needy people.
Oh, exactly. And there's a lot of needy people, and there's a lot of volunteers. And I was just talking with someone the other day about how much the federal government, I think, puts on volunteers, how much, what's the value of volunteers, and it's over something like $2.3 billion a year in volunteers. And they do that by looking at the voluntary organisations that are around, and then allocating about $25 an hour to what we do, and then that gives you the $2.3 billion a year. And I'll be talking with a lady from the Banyule City Council about what volunteering means to the City Council towards the end of the program today. And Melanie, you've been with Plenty Valley FM for a couple of years now.
I have.
And this is the only volunteer thing that you do at the moment? Or
no, I do
others?
Do a few other things. I'm currently with the Mental Health Foundation Australia as ambassador for them.
Yeah.
So, like Taz here, I feel I think a lot of people go through mental health at any time in their life. Some people might be a bit more permanent, some people might be temporary, and I think, like Taz, it's really important to give back to people who need a lending hand, because at any stage we could go through that, and it would be nice to know and comforting to know that there is people out there that are willing to help other people when you're in a time of need.
Yeah. And what do you get out of it?
Like I said, just because things are going well in my life at the moment, it doesn't mean that, it always will be that way. I've had stages in my life as well where things haven't gone according to plan, or, I've been down about things, and I've had to, pick myself up as well and move forward. But that's because I've had a lot of other support network around me too. So helping people, being in the healthcare industry, supporting people through charities, giving my time as a volunteer to improve people's quality of life is actually really rewarding for me on a personal level as well. And I also get to meet fantastic people. You get to hear other people's experiences, such as Taz and yourself, and other incredible people that are very sort of inspiring and motivating, and just there's so many beautiful aspects of life, and I feel that that's something I get a lot of joy out of.
Great. And Taswinder, you not only provide food aspects, but you go right across the whole spectrum of support of the community, don't you?
Yeah.
Some of the other things, like what Melanie mentioned, you supported people with problems during COVID-19, or still ongoing through COVID-19, and there's a whole lot of other community services that the Sikh community provide within their community. But you also mentioned that you will help other people in the community also. So that's fantastic aspects about volunteering, and thank you very much for both of you coming on with me today to give an insight into what volunteers are all about, because this is Volunteer Week, and Plenty Valley FM with this broadcast from the Tram Cafe in Diamond Creek is to celebrate what volunteering is all about. And we've got Rotary coming up, we've got Diamond Valley Community Support, Lions Club, we've got people from, I'm just looking in my list here, and we've got Diamond Creek Fire Brigade, Uncle Bob's, and from Jean Verso from the Nuremberg Historical Society. So there's a whole different range of people coming in to give us an idea of what they're doing. So thank you both, Taswinder.
Thank you, Bill.
And you can listen to Taswinder if you can understand Punjabi between 8 and 10 on Monday nights, and also Mel if you can understand English between, Minglish a bit for breakfast on Monday. So thank you both very much for coming on with me today.
And it's time once again to cross live to our intrepid crew at the Diamond Creek Rotary Tram Cafe. So let's do that right now.
You're talking with Bill McGillivray, one of the decrepit ones here, Harry, and we have with me a very charming lady from Diamond Creek Rotary, and she happens to be the president, and it's Stephanie. Good afternoon, Stephanie.
Hi, Bill.
And tell us a little bit about Rotary, because it is a voluntary organisation, isn't it?
Totally voluntary organisation, worldwide organisation, so there's Rotary in virtually every country around the world.
Right, and how long... you're not necessarily from Australia, are you?
No, not necessarily.
So do they have Rotary where you originally, your birthplace?
I think they do, but I haven't lived there for many years. But they do. They have Rotary in South Africa, but they have Rotary across the world. But I left there 34 years ago. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, in the last 34 years, you've become involved with Rotary at Diamond Creek.
Yes, I have. I've been in Diamond Creek for the last couple of years, yep.
And what does Rotary represent to the volunteer?
What is it? There's a number of things. It gives you an opportunity to give back, because that's what volunteering basically is to offer service to people that may necessarily or may need things. Like I explained to you, we do Second Bite, which is one of our big projects. Worldwide, Rotary has 7 avenues of service, so all clubs have to meet the areas of 7 avenues of service, so you can give back in any way that you actually can. So serving the community, serving international communities,
right.
Local projects, sustainability, all-encompassing. And
you mentioned Second Bite. You do a bit of collection of food from the local community and recycle it, so to speak, to people that unfortunately can't afford it.
That's exactly what we do. So our volunteers from our club go during the week, every evening or every afternoon, go and collect what is surplus.
Mm-hmm.
Brings it back, we sort it, and on a Saturday morning we come down here to the Diamond Creek Community Centre and we open up to the public who come in and
distribute it.
Distribute it.
Yeah, so anyone that comes in tattered rags or something like that, or as I said, a monkey suit,
makes no difference.
Make no difference. No questions asked.
No questions asked. It's available to every single person in the community.
If you're in need, come down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What time?
We're there from 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning,
yep.
And we sort of operate on a first in, best dressed basis. And sometimes we have more than some weeks we have more than other weeks, depending on what we've picked up during the week. But it's a very worthwhile service and it's very well attended.
Great. And you also got another little project, and it's called the Diamond Creek Tram Cafe.
Yes, we do. This was an initiative that was brought to the club by Josh Allen young Josh 2 years ago. We picked it up and we ran with it. Josh put a lot of work into getting it all together, and now we operate it as a community cafe, whereas Rotary itself, the Diamond Creek Rotary, we volunteer when we can, but we also open it up to other community groups because it's beneficial for them to do it as well financially.
And that's what you've done for us today at Plenty Valley FM.
Yes,
great. And I don't think some of our volunteers have worked so hard this morning. Incredible amount of people. It's a beautiful day out here, and we're sitting on the veranda deck down here at the Tram Cafe. So come down and have a look around, and there's a great playground for the kids as well. And it's a great walking trail, I think, goes through to North Eltham now.
And there's another trail that goes through to Hurstbridge.
It goes through all the way now?
Yeah, they've actually opened the trail the whole way to Hurstbridge. Right. So,
and I notice there's a lot of e-bikes out there now.
Well, that would be my preference going up there.
Exactly. I was talking to one Asian gentleman earlier on today and asked him about it, and he said, yeah, well, it cuts out at 45 kilometres an hour, and he said it helps going uphill, and on the flat you've got a pedal. and I said I'd have to find as many hills as I could because I can't pedal too well.
I'd be right behind you. Yeah.
Now, getting back to volunteering, what made you volunteer for Rotary?
I'd always believed, and this is deep and meaningful probably, when I came to live on this side of the world, that one day I'd give back because we have a very nice lifestyle here. My children have had a wonderful upbringing, wonderful free upbringing. And I always felt that it was necessary for me personally to give back, so I get something out of it in that respect. So I'm giving back. So.
And how do you feel once you've done that?
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. It actually is a great feeling when you've actually helped an organisation, because that's what we raise funds for.
Yeah.
And with Rotary, there's no second person. So what you raise actually goes out back into the community. There's no hidden costs. It doesn't.
No middleman.
No middleman.
Yeah.
It's direct funds, and that for me was very appealing. That we're not paying anybody to do anything else other than, distributing this back into the community as we can, or an overseas project as we can.
And you also run the Diamond Creek Town Fair, which is coming up in September.
Yes, we do. We are operating on the assumption that it's going ahead. In September, we're full steam ahead, and we are always looking for volunteers for that. We're a small club, and it's quite a big project.
Big event,
and there's lots to do on the day itself. The lead up there's a bit to do, but on the day itself, we're always looking for extra people to assist us.
Do you still use ovals on both sides of the Diamond Creek Road?
Yes, we do. We actually do.
So it's not a small undertaking, is it?
No, it's not a small undertaking at all. It's a massive undertaking. And, of course, last year we couldn't run it because of COVID.
Yeah,
so
it's messed up a lot of things, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. It absolutely has.
But it hasn't messed up your smile when you're talking about the Diamond Creek Town Fair.
No. It's a wonderful day, just as much as the Tram, gives back. That is particularly also a wonderful day. You work incredibly hard, but you know that at the end of the day you're doing it for a reason. Yeah,
we'll have to come down and put our oar in the water again, but we have the football on at 1 o'clock, so we have to stop at 1 o'clock.
Well, that's okay. You can still come down and come and say hi.
Oh, exactly. All right. Well, how do people get in touch with Rotary in Diamond Creek if you want to be part of the community that helps, that volunteers to help the community?
We have the Diamond Creek. We've got a Facebook page.
Yep.
We've got an Instagram page. We also have a website, diamondcreekrotary.org.
Yep.
I think it is. So, we've got our own website. The Town Fair's got a website, and the Tram Cafe has got its own website as well. So you can contact us through any of those means.
Just look up Diamond Creek Rotary.
Absolutely, and it'll get you to us. And we welcome volunteers with open arms, and it's a lovely organisation to belong to.
And you've got a great bloke here by the name of George.
Oh.
And he's not a member.
No, he's not.
But he's worked with you before, and he's down here every Saturday and Sunday pushing the coffee for you.
Absolutely, he is an absolute credit to us, and we love the fact that he does work for us.
Yeah.
We've known George for quite a wee while, so we love him. So
and he's well known in the Diamond Creek community.
He is very well known in the Diamond Creek community.
We won't give his name away.
No, we won't, because somebody else might snaffle him. So
all right,
not going to do that.
Well, thanks very much for coming on and talking to us about volunteering and how much it does for the community. So thank you very much, Stephanie, for coming on and giving us an insight into the Diamond Creek Rotary Club.
Thank you very much, Bill, for having us on and for being here today.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you very much, Stephanie. And it's back to Harry in the studio. And, mate, there are some great people out here, and sunshine on the deck is absolutely fabulous as well. So everyone come on down, and you can listen to Harry down here at the Diamond Creek Tram Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're down here. We're down here at the Diamond Creek Tram Cafe. Beautiful sun on the deck just out in front of the cafe, and I'm getting a good suntan today. And I have a couple of messages to make. And first of all, there's a big cheerio and a get well to Catherine, who's the daughter of our President Craig. And so get well, Catherine. It's no use being sick. And also from the Rotary, Diamond Creek Rotary, to let us know that the Araluen team are here on Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursday, and they will operate out of the tram on those days. So come down and support Araluen to get stuff back into the community for them. But in the meantime, I have two smiling young ladies in front of me from the Diamond Valley Community Support area on the third floor of the Greensborough Centre. So welcome to Lynn, who is on my right, and to Rowena on your left, if you can imagine that. And we're sitting here in the beautiful sunshine. And tell us a little bit about what the Diamond Valley Community Support Organisation is all about. Don't start together.
Diamond Valley Community Support has been in the community for 50 years. It started out as emergency relief, and it's just gone bigger, mostly volunteers to start with.
Yep.
And now we've gotten bigger, and we have assistance on various different levels.
Rowena?
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys do there?
Well, we're community support workers at the community centre.
What's a community support worker?
So we provide emergency relief for anybody in the community who comes in and needs some support of various kinds. So
Food, clothes, emotional...
emergency relief in terms of food support and referrals to different organisations that can support what their needs are. So trying to connect them into different organisations that can help.
So it's an organisation that has existed for nearly 50 years and relies heavily on volunteers.
Yes.
And how many volunteers are you likely to have there at any one time? Because it's not a very big office, is it?
No, it's quite small, yeah. We tend to have 2 to 3 people in the community support worker role in the office, taking people in and having discussions with them. We have a front office staff member, so a receptionist.
Yeah.
And we have the executive officer and volunteer support coordinator.
Yep.
And there's a couple of other people that do marketing or the markets.
Yep.
So we also have markets out in the community.
Is that the one at Bundura? Not Bundura.
There's quite a few now.
Kingsbury, sorry. Kingsbury, yeah.
Yeah, we've got that one. And we also have Elder Reserve.
And McLeod as well.
And one at McLeod, yep. And...
yeah, we've had a couple of new markets that have come up over the COVID period, actually, which has been amazing to achieve that in the lockdown part of the world.
And Hurstbridge as well.
Yeah, in Hurstbridge. But we actually do have, so we have 4 community support workers that come on during the day. So we have 2 in the morning, and then we have the second shift in the afternoon as well.
So you're the morning shift, you two?
I'm the morning shift. She's an all-day shift.
Yeah, I'm usually
an all-day shift. Yeah.
So,
right. And what does volunteering mean to you guys, yourself personally?
It means being able to give back to the community, meaning helping people, meeting wonderful people to work with, like Rowena and Emma, who's not here, unfortunately. And it just gives a real good sense of well-being.
Yeah, so it also gives us a chance to just acknowledge that everybody has tough times in their lives. So if you can help somebody when you're able to, then I think it's really important that we do that. We extend the arm out, and it's a good place to be able to do that.
And when you go home at night time, how do you feel?
Sometimes tired, depending on how emotional it's been that day.
Yeah.
I just feel sometimes I'd love to be able to do more for people, because there's so many people with needs that we can't actually cover. So
has that happened during COVID?
Definitely.
The increase in support for people out there because they've lost their jobs?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more increase now that we're still at the tail end in a lot of ways with COVID. So people are still having the effects of, that year that we've had just trickling through now as well. So it's still huge demand. And
what are some of the services that you do provide? As you said, you help people with emotional support. You also had a big drive for food support too, didn't you?
Yeah, so during last year, a lot of agencies closed because they couldn't find volunteers or for safety reasons. And we managed to stay open all the way through it.
Yep.
And the food co-op.
Food share.
Food share.
No, the food co-op.
the food co-op wasn't able to stay open, so we had to basically take on that role of getting all the different, as many organisations together as possible to offer food support for people.
Support,
so that's growing in our area too
and
now.
do you direct people to places that can provide financial support for them as well? Because a lot of people get a little bit tangled up with a lot of government bureaucracy these days.
We can help with financial counselling. We've also got counselling on a general level as well.
Yeah,
That's for health and wellbeing side of things?
Yep, and we've also got tax support as well. So if people are needing assistance with tax support, we can help through that as well.
You might get a few more after what's happened in Victorian taxing in the last couple of weeks. And what if someone wants to volunteer? What can they do to volunteer at the community support?
Oh, there's lots of different things. There's driver roles, there's roles within the office, there's roles within our op shops. We've got op shops in Diamond Creek and also McLeod.
Right.
We also have the Christmas appeal as well, so towards that end of town,
Definitely.
there's a lot of support that needs to be given out to families.
That's the ho-ho appeal.
It's Banyule Christmas Appeal and Diamond Valley Christmas Appeal.
Okay.
So we actually help run both of those with the assistance of lots of different agencies within the community as well.
So just imagine you two in Santa Claus outfits.
It's too hot in summer, unfortunately. Way too hot.
A bit like here at the moment. It's quite warm,
It's
isn't
roasting,
it?
Yeah, we're also seeing a lot more homelessness coming through the support services. So we're trying really hard to find more creative ways to help people who are homeless. So we have things like Go Bags, so that supports people who are homeless, don't have access to cooking facilities to be able to have food, and we have things like blankets and swags that we can give to people in need as well. So
and this homelessness thing covers what area? What area do you cover? For
we cover anybody who's homeless that comes through our door. We can support them. That's
and has that built up over the last 18 months?
Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's getting more prevalent now.
We're finding a lot more complex cases coming in the door as well. So as community support workers, we're doing a little bit more training on things like homelessness and domestic violence as well.
Yeah.
Right. And how do you help them find somewhere to stay, or?
We do have some homelessness organisations that we try to connect people with, but even they're stretched to their limits, and that's it's getting worse and worse. So,
well, where are these people sleeping for the night time?
Some people, because of the COVID problem last year, they actually got put up in motels.
Yep.
So technically they're homeless, or some people are couch surfing.
Or they're staying in their cars.
Or they're staying in their cars.
Sleeping
and
rough.
It's definitely... we're finding a lot more people coming through our doors that are being affected by homelessness.
It's a sign of the times, isn't it? Unfortunately. And you guys are trying to do everything you can to support these people, not just only the homeless, but also the people with broken families, with family violence, with food parcels, counselling on their health and well-being and all that sort of thing. So thank you very much for coming in and talk to us today, and you've explored a little bit of Diamond Creek you never knew about, didn't you?
Oh, I live in Diamond Creek.
Do you? Is it the first time you've been here?
No, definitely not. Been here lots of times.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
For me, it's a first, and I live around the area, but I absolutely love it. So
Rowena's coming to move.
Right. So we'll see if there's a bed in the tram for you. All right, thank you, ladies. And if they want to get in touch with the Diamond Valley Community Support Organisation, how do they go about it?
Just come and see us in our office, or give us a call. You can fill out a volunteer form if you want to come and volunteer with us, and I'm sure there's definitely something we'll be able to find.
And have a look on the website if you can get on the website.
Across from Ted's Cameras, on the same floor as Kmart in Greensboro Plaza.
Level 3.
Level 3.
Yeah, been there a few times myself with a few displays with the Nillumbik Garden Club. So
excellent.
Okay. All right, thank you very much to Lynn, who is on my right, and Rowena is on my left, and Rowena is dressed in a bright yellow to match the sunshine, and she's got the sunglasses to match. So thank you very much, ladies, for coming in. And if you get to the movies, you might see a little 5-minute episode of what they're doing in the community at the Greensboro Hoyt's Theatre. So thank you very much, ladies, for coming in today, and thank you very much for the good work that you're doing and helping the community, those less fortunate in the community, to exist today. So
Thanks
thank
for
you
having
very
us.
much.
Thank you for
Bye.
having us.
Plenty Valley FM.
Thanks very much, Harry, and we're sitting in the beautiful sunshine here on the deck of the Tram Cafe in Diamond Creek. And that music was really appropriate because after 30 years, Jennifer from the Diamond Creek Lions has made a comeback to Plenty Valley FM. Good afternoon, Jennifer.
Good afternoon.
And you were around in 1990.
I was,
Yeah.
yes, for about 18 months, I think.
Yeah, so you were with memories of people that I remember quite well.
That's good. I'm glad
Yeah.
I could bring that to you.
and Trevor, sorry about that, you being excluded there, but welcome to Plenty Valley FM.
Oh, welcome. Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here.
And you're both from Diamond Creek Lions. Tell us, Diamond Valley Lions. I get it right, but we're in Diamond Creek. And tell us a little bit about what the Lions does for the community.
Well, the Diamond Valley Lions have been going since 1973, and the history of the club covers so many things within the area, as well as Australia-wide and worldwide. Just locally, you could probably throw a stone here and hit one of the two marvellous barbecue shelters that have been installed as part of the adventure park here. There's also a series of gymnasium equipment which has been designed for all ages to use around the walking track here at Diamond Creek. We've even gone so far as to put seats at the mall in case the person that you're jogging stroke walking with decides that they want to use the exercise equipment and you don't.
Well, that's good because you've settled it for me. I can go and sit and watch. And so these major projects these projects that you're talking about cost money. How do you raise your money to do these works in the community?
Well, Lions Club are renowned for their Bunnings barbecues.
And
You always know you can get a good sausage when the Lions are at Bunnings.
and
And,
something happens at Christmas.
yes.
Of course, Christmas cakes, which is something which people have been enjoying for many, many years, and so much so that we'll be at the Latrobe market during July selling Christmas cakes for Christmas in July people. So if you want your Christmas cake for July, head on down to Latrobe next month.
Have you had a few in your time?
I've had probably a few too many, but they're always good, always good.
Now, what's your role at the Diamond Valley Lions?
Well, I've been president for the last few years, and this is the end of my stint.
You've got my sympathy.
Oh, no. Far from that. It's been marvellous. We've had incredible growth. Jennifer is actually one of our newer members. And as we find whenever we get new members, it does change the direction of the club in so much as Diamond Valley likes to foster the interests and cater for the various passions of the people that join our club.
So it invigorates the club?
It certainly does. It certainly does. And Jennifer's here can just give you a quick snapshot of what she's been up to. She's been with us just briefly, I'd say, 4 months, 5 months?
Yeah,
maybe.
and on Zoom for a few times, last year.
Yeah.
2019 onwards. Right, what are some of the things that you do at the club? And I'll ask you to explain those and then say why you joined.
Okay. I'm very environmentally conscious, and so these guys didn't know what hit them when I came along. I've introduced them to various different things, but one thing that I was very conscious of was the recycling and the way we do and don't understand it. We have a program now we're working on with quite a few of the schools in the area and collecting bottle tops from milk bottle tops particularly. Anything that's recycled number 2 or number 4 can now be recycled outside of the normal recycling bin. If you put it in your recycling bin, they'll throw it in the
Landfill.
landfill.
Yep.
Yeah. So these can be recycled through specific areas. And bread tags is another thing.
Ah, yes.
Yes, those pesky little things. And it takes a lot of bread tags to fill up a bag. But if you throw one in the rubbish every so often, it just ends up in landfill. Whereas we can cycle them into things like plastic bowls and plastic trays and things like that are of use.
My daughter's a nurse, and she's got me recycling those pesky little things, and they're making them into, is it, how do you say it, prosthesis? For
yes.
Legs and arms and all those sort of things.
Yes.
So it's marvellous what you can do with recycled material these days in the right manner.
Yes, it is. Yep.
So we fill up a little container about once a month, and she takes it off to work, and they then send it across to the person that fabricates.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's how I actually got started with doing things for bread tags and bottle tops.
Right.
Another thing that I was looking at with the bottle tops was, and this is where your soft plastic goes into recycling. The buddy benches that you see around places. That's where your soft plastic goes, and I was hoping that we could perhaps get the bottle tops into those sorts of, part of of the community, put it back in, but they don't make bottle tops into buddy benches anymore.
What do they use them for?
Again, they put them back into other plastic items that you'll find.
You're talking about plastic bottle tops.
Yeah, plastic bottle tops.
Not the metal ones off the stubbies.
No.
Okay.
I think we probably need to find a specific way to recycle those, don't we?
I think there's only so many lager phones you can make.
Now, why did you join the Diamond Valley Lions? Because you've been with others?
Yes, I was with another Lions Club, and I thought I'd heard so much about Diamond Valley Lions Club. The one thing that got me was the fact that they have this fantastic reputation with Bunnings and Christmas cakes.
So you're a foodie?
No, and it's funny because I don't even eat Christmas cake.
But you do now.
Well, they make nice little cute ones that you can buy, individual size. But they just do so much for the community. We've got a group that knit blankets, for different organisations.
For people like me, old people.
Yeah, and me too. They also collect glasses from all the glasses places, and they go off to be reused. And blue light disco is another thing that I'm looking forward to doing.
I can see Trevor, shaking the hips around.
Oh, yeah. Because I don't know whether I'm going to bust a move or bust a hip. I've been involved with the blue light disco 6 or 7 years now, and it's an absolute marvellous thing that happens at Diamond Creek, and hopefully we're going to be back again soon.
Yeah.
We just do the age group 8 to 13, and it's a great time for the kids to get out, and because they come from all over the area, they're going to meet the kids and make friends with kids that they'll be seeing again in high school. So, they see kids from the other schools, they learn to have a night away from mum and dad in a safe environment.
And away from the screen.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Well, you might find a few of them busting the moves that are on YouTube.
Yeah, well, it's funny how many of them soon have mobile phones now, but that's all right. I accept that, and we've even got a little photo booth so they can take photos of themselves with funny hats and glasses and whatever when they come along. But it's a great night. The kids all have a good time. It's 100% safe. We've got the police, St John's, Lions, members of the CFA all come along, and we look after the kids, and then mum and dad come and pick them up at the end of the night.
Great. And whereabouts is it held?
It's held at the community centre, just opposite where McDonald's is.
Yep.
And it's usually one of the first Fridays in the month. If you keep an eye out on the Diamond Creek community website and look out for the banners when they go up a week before, you'll know when it's on.
Right. And the Diamond Valley Lions Club, what area does that cover in this region?
Well, our membership comes from as far away as Mernda, Viewbank. I'm from Greensborough, Wattle Glen. Wattle Glen, Helsam, Mill Park. So we're really from all over.
It's a wide area of I won't say entrapment, but encouragement.
Yeah. So, I mean, we cover a fairly broad patch. Most of the people that have been in the club have stayed with the club even when they have moved out. That's how we ended up with people in Mernda. But we've always drawn from the neighbouring areas anyway, just purely because of the work we do is attractive to the volunteers who come.
Yeah, right. Well, we're about a minute and a half off the news, so I'll just stall for another minute so Harry can get things ready. But it's great to see the work that you do. And how do you, if you want to join the Lions, how do you do it?
First thing I'd say is just Google Diamond Valley Lions. We've got a very good website. It'll give you an idea of the things that we do get up to. There's contact names there for myself or for the membership. Just give us a call.
That's what I did.
And have a look out at all the Bunnings, because you've got Bunnings in Eltham, you've got Bunnings in Mill Park, you've got Bunnings out at Mernda. So if you want a good sausage, you'll probably find the Lions Club there at some stage.
Look out for the Lions sausages.
And you'll see Jennifer there as well. She'll have the sauce.
Excellent.
All right then. Well, look, thank you very much for talking us to today, and thank you very much for the volunteer work that you do. It's all unpaid, but it's all about supporting the community.
It makes you feel so good.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.